Hi, my name is Tamur Hashmi, and I'm here to talk about why businesses fail to adapt to technological change. We've all seen it happen before, promising businesses declare acquisitions or bankruptcy because they are no longer sustainable. We have seen both startups and incumbents in the tech industry suffer from this fate. They're at the top of their game for decades, then suddenly are unable to cope with change despite having the best resources available to them. Why does it happen? Without going into too much depth regarding business operations, there are three aspects to consider. Firstly, a business must create value for the customer. They do this by expending resources to set up a capacity for the creation of a customer value proposition. This CVP is made up of products and or services that the business offers to the market. The business then must capture value from the customer. The business captures value from the customers that make use of the products or services. This is in the form of sales and profit margin, which are also affected by the reputation and brand value of the business. Now, since the business is in the technological industry, it must have a good technological value proposition. The TVP of the business is determined by the capacity to create the customer value proposition, but most importantly, from their innovative capability. So let's combine these aspects together. We can observe the general cycle a business goes through to capture value because that is ultimately the goal. But what is it that drives the business towards success or failure? Well, there's a heart to this industry, and that's the relative technological value proposition, which represents the market share of the business in the industry. It is an indicator as to how well the business is performing versus the competitors. When the relative TVP is high, the business has nothing to worry about. But a low relative TVP is cause for concern and action. The capability to innovate is key in this case. It is a necessary factor to provide a value proposition that is technologically relevant, if not ahead of the curve. If innovative capability is low due to lacking reinvestment into expanding the capability, the efforts of the business towards presenting a valuable technology would be much less effective. The capacity to create value can only do so much to retain the market share. Knowing this, businesses still do not invest in R&D or restructuring when it is important, but then it is too late. This behavior of tech companies falls into a typical logical fallacy that many businesses fall into. It is known as the escalating commitment. Companies like to stick to what they have instead of facing the discomfort and cost of innovating. They have too much trust in what has historically worked, and they feel that their previous investments and costs should mean something. An innovation orientation or openness to innovation is almost a certainty in this day and age. It is not enough to be reactive to change in the long run, rather, being proactive is the way to go.